picturesque locations in the world, let alone for college football, and you will see plenty of Buffaloes roaming here. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the Arizona State Sun Devils taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing started. The Buffaloes will boot it away to start the game. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense will take the first swing of the game. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame you can really utilize.
Right down the middle. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Let's go. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. And the Buffaloes are threatening in the red zone. The running back has it. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Miller. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell that.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They come to the line facing third and long for the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Sun Devils racing to the line in a hurry-up.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And here comes the offense on second down.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Off the play fake on first down. He looks that one in nicely. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Here comes the hurry-up. They'll run play action. The sweet feet buy a little time. Quarterback gets the first down. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. And the Sun Devils have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He wants to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Arizona State! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. There he goes! He will score! Touchdown, Buffalo! Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job on the return, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And he made the extra point without problem. What a lift that can give your team. Take a kickoff back 88 to the house. All tied up, just about set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the offense on 1st down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. The Sun Devils want to move quickly. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion. They lost yardage. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. We've got a a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, looking to throw. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds and complete.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great. The quarterback receiver not on the same page, but when they're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. Definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Gets open down the middle. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. They're trying to slam it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Hayden. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's an oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. We're lucky that one hit the ground.
No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz, I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient, find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, quarterback's patient. Most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
And the Buffaloes getting set on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. And the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Buffaloes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
But it's really frustrating when you get a guy in a spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Colorado. He'll try to tack on one more. Splits the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Ohio State is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shame that might have been a little closer than Buckeyes fans wanted. But a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And the Sun Devils will hustle to the line.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll throw it on 1st down. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Keeps it and got enough space. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. And here's the return. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make the play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
3rd and short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Feeling some heat. A little screen to the running back. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Fires left. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He tries to take the top off. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Taking it the other way. And they catch. On the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller,
and that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's going to pass. Now adjusting. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He makes the connection.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And he will score! Touchdown, Sun Devils! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys more than a mile above sea level at Folsom Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Sun Devils will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the 3rd quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Setting up the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with a 15-yard pickup.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you got a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game started.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. It So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. From the gun, the give, looking for room. That's a fumble. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The offense starts with a short field. The give to the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the ground with the back. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available. High success rate.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. With the run on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Caught on the outside, it's Miller.
It's hard to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows are tiny, and that's why the teams that can run the ball the best generally are the best red zone offenses.
Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bucks. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they need it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to get back in this ball game.
Looking to throw, it's Wade. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They'll try the counter. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Sun Devils are in the hurry-up. They'll give it to the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. It'll be third and short from their own 33. Looking to throw for it. Quick completion on the out route. Racing down the left side. At the 20. Touchdown, Arizona State. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Auburn went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Tigers ever do that? 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. The give to the back. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I think Jesse and Bruce could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
They'll throw it on first down. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Now they'll run the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Looking for a man. It's Wade. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Looking left. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he's got it! Touchdown, Buffalo! Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing, they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reaches all 0.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spot. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Quarterback on the keeper. Picks up the first down. Open space at the 25. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. And a chance perhaps to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown, Sun Devils. And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Mama, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Unloads to the right. He's got it. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup. And that has been a rare sight in this one. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. To the air. It's Wade. He's going to run it.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
The short hands. It's Miller. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. And the Buffaloes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They march 78 yards down the field. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. 45 seconds left to go, and the whole thing pretty much comes down to this onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college football.
The Rocky Mountains provide the backdrop in Boulder, Colorado, and if you're looking for the Buffaloes, they ain't hard to find. We have a top 25 class between two of the best teams in the sport and both hoping to enhance their postseason resume. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buffaloes offense will get the first crack at it here. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
He did a really good job on the quarterback, being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room. Give these...
Going for it all. Fires into traffic, picked off. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. Thought he had the huge play with the interception. Instead, nabbed for PI, and it'll be 1st down for this offense. The give to the lone running back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Wade. Gets it out fast. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys are going to look at the quarterback. They're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those 1st downs, get those big chunks.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Colorado!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst. He showed all of those attributes right there.
lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wildcats offense will go to work for the first time. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the start point.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Leaves it with the running back. Tackle was made, but not until he gets the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
To the ground. He's got it again. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Second and very short here for the offense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Burnett. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He lobs one high down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert third and short. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Quick step and go. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to get them out flanked on the jet sweep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. A shot toward the end zone. And the ball is intercepted. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Look, that interception is not the quarterback's fault. It's those dumb coaches for putting him in the game.
Putting him in that position in the first place, right? I'll tell you what, let's give the defender some credit here. I think Reese, he just wanted the ball more. He did a great job in coverage, watching the QB, anticipating the receiver on his break. He went up, he plugged it.
They're bringing heat. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. The hand to the running back. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through. They finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to put my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Wade. And that pass picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you've got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. The run from the shotgun. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from the sticks. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. And fires complete to the right. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Wildcats have this offense rolling. Trying to find his man on first down. The sure hands, it's Miranda. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass to take it quick. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the air, it's Fafita. Trying to get to him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss. On 4th down, going to the air. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Throws to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They go to the ground. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Buffaloes have it with a first and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Bucs! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead, you want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, and keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Kyers in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Wisconsin is ahead early inside Camp Randall, but that's not exactly Ron Dane out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by 4 over Washington.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Just a short pass to the tight end.
We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Back to pass, it's Fafita. Finds the tight end. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far today in Boulder, and welcome in to the halftime update. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
The Buffaloes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so they can win this game.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Unloads to the wideout. just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Great play by the defensive back, showing you his variety of skills. His ability to turn the hips, his speed running downfield, turning his head to locate the football and then swatting it away. You just can't do it better.
Looking down the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Dropping back, it's Fafita. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Leaves it with the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. On 1st down, here comes this offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
It's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, going up top. That's caught. It's Miller. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do 3rd short, 3rd medium, 3rd long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They need the 40 to convert here on 3rd down. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Buffaloes are rolling down the field. Going up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down. They'll give it to him again. for the pickup of 9. It's 2nd and 1.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next game.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little.
And the Buffaloes get the first down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. First down to start the drive after the break. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Throws to the back. He's got it. And they wrap him up, and not before. He gets enough on the catch for the first down. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put into the end zone. He goes. Touchdown, Buffalo! They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Smart move to keep it on the ground. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like...
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Release to the back. Right on target this time. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Down in the 4th quarter. It's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation. You put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. From the shotgun, the inside give. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
We sensed